It's like taking art and just cramming it into a box, and then you open it and it's really cool.
I was Tristan. He was a little boy who did not like his mommy.
I played the character of Samuel. He's a underground Bible dealer, religion dealer.
I was just me. I was Dustin as Chris, but Chris is just Dustin.
I'm ultimately the project founder, director of 2, co-director of the last one. I wrote the screenplay for Glory and Ellipsis. I wrote, I edited all 3 movies. I played Peter. I mean, if you want like everything that I've done, I operated camera for Glory and Halo. After watching it on this ginormous TV, it looks really nice. It looks really clean, and ultimately it doesn't look amateurish, which is ultimately what I wanted to get away from. After seeing what Johnny, Eric, and Dom did at the end of Halo with that scene out in the middle of nowhere, that scene where they're all so passionately acting, the 3 of them, and Eric is screaming at the top of his lungs, and then Johnny gets up and he's cool, and then Dom is like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" And it's perfect.
That was really good because we were all kind of tired, and I think we were really just kind of done with it. And all of a sudden, you know, we're running through our lines, and Eric and me were all kind of just normally talking and stuff. And so, you know, go action, and Eric just goes, "Oh, this isn't right!" Like, just gets all into it. And at that moment, I was just like, "Oh my God!" Like, I was just blown away. And I had to kind of act up to Eric's level at that point, and it was, but it was fun because I got to do it with some great people that, you know, and it was just good. Yeah.
You forget that you're watching a movie. You feel the characters, and that's something that I'd love to explore more. Is a lot of character work.
I was the evil mother. I played the nasty evil mother, and I chased the boys out of the hall, and I didn't even know what the script was until I got there, so that was nice. The dog was really cute, and we all had to chase the dog around to get the dog out of each scene. That was pretty funny. Trying to keep a straight face while screaming at Eric, Dominic, and them trying to take me out was pretty darn funny. And then Kate made yummy, tasty, yummy things. Those were pretty good moments. But, I mean, the 3 of them trying to take me out would really, that was rough. Because I had to keep a straight face, because, come on. No, I didn't enjoy punching them. It was weird, because I had to step aside and be, like, an actress type, as opposed to their teacher or somebody's mother, because my daughter was there, and she was in the movie, too. So, we were trying to avoid actually hurting anybody. And then there's Dominic, who, you know, everybody wants to smack, but no, I love Dominic, and I didn't really, I didn't get to punch anybody. I like swung, and I don't know, did I even hit anybody?
Joey's truck is the best. That was the best problem because it was just so funny. So yes, we needed that truck. We needed an old truck to, because in one of the scenes, Jake, he pulls up in a really old truck and it stalls out, and Joey himself, he can't drive a stick shift.
I mean, I felt kind of bad for Joey because he you know, hadn't had much experience driving stick, and just with the guy being an asshole, so to speak, with us getting off his property, and Joey was trying to get up on that hill, and the truck was just dying on him.
So we had to teach Dominic how to drive the stick shift.
Favorite day was the day when my character came in, because I got to drive the truck, and that was fun. Later the truck broke down, which was barrels of laughter.
Didn't you kill it? Oh, this is fantastic.
They killed it.
Get out and push.
We have to push.
Let's do it. Come on. And you guys
go.
Okay, let's get out and push.
We gotta push it.
Are we pushing it?
I had to push a car.
Now we're really Mexican in it.
Yeah, now we're really Mexican. Last time I had to push a car that ran out of gas, we had everything on the menu at Taco Bell in the car.
I want to do that with this guy.
And we pushed it probably about 500 yards.
Oh, I have bus tickets!
I think it was called Project X or Theory X or something like that. And what it was is that we had gotten a beer bottle because the root beer bottle just wasn't legit enough, I guess. And we needed something that was foamy and would look like beer, but because all we had was water. And so Steven comes up to me and he says, Johnny, okay, I have this idea. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get Dustin to pee in the bottle. Keep it a secret right now, and this is gonna be in the commentary in the film too. Dustin just went over and filled the bottle that much with his piss because water doesn't look like beer. And
Piss does.
piss does look like beer. And it's only with
Man,
us
he filled it
ex-
up that much?
That's what I'm saying. I
Oh my god.
don't want to hold it down, and I can kind of smell it from here. And this is going to be one take only, and so we have to.
This is a very important take for something.
This is Dumb and Dumber.
Rolling.
That line takes on a whole new meaning. Animal piss river water.
And I just kind of looked at him for a second, and what was just going through my mind was like, this is gonna be awesome to do on commentary. Like that's what was going through my mind, and so I was like, yeah, let's do it. And so it only comes up for about like 5 seconds in the film, but it was really kind of grossed me out because the bottle was warm, and that was.
I've seen a lot of movies where it's just like a troubled kid and just that sort of thing, and I've never really had to deal with that. I've been really lucky, but just kind of went from what I had seen before. I was pretty blown away. First off, I already worshipped Dustin after he played piano one time, and then I found out he could write a script like that.
I don't know if I have a role. I do what Steven yells. I wrote that ridiculous, sounds like someone falling down the stairs. That's what it sounds like. It's like 10 minutes of that. Steven came over to my house and we got my little crappy TV that's like off color in one corner. We put my keyboard in front of it and he pressed play and then I played.
Kayla Sheridan gave me my character, as well as my lines, as well as my theme. It's very characteristic of Kayla to do. Not that I'm saying that it wasn't bad or anything, because Kayla is a fantastic writer, and I read actually her poetry before this movie was even made, and obviously I enjoyed it, or else I wouldn't be playing the role.
I sort of had the line that's on the poster, I think now, my Majesty and the Glory, but I haven't heard it yet, and it's sort of the Battle Hymn of the Republic, you know, my Majesty and the Glory of the coming of the Lord, and it was sort of floating around in my head, and then I had this idea of the sort of Marxist opiate of the masses, that religion is a drug, and then you're taking that drug in a literal sense, so that religion is illegal and it's sold on the streets as an opiate of sorts, and it sort of came from there, and I didn't have quite as full a developed view of the world in which Sam lives, but as we made the movie, it sort of developed into this really sort of dark dystopia. As far as finished products go, Glory is my favorite, partly because it's my baby, and partly because it's really cool how we take a town we've all grown up in and made it look like it's not the town we all grew up in at all, and that's neat.
Locations seem to be our biggest problem in general. For the Glory, we had some location issues. We lost our church that we were supposed to film the scene that ended up being in the parking garage in. So we spent a couple hours wandering around Reno looking for a location before we found this parking garage, which ended up we weren't actually supposed to use.
Oh, the parking garage was just, it was priceless. You can't top that.
Alright, so we were getting ready to run, and of course, we're in a parking lot. We didn't have a parking garage. We didn't have permission to be in the parking garage. We were there for several hours, but as soon as we pull out the plastic guns, there's a security guard. So we were getting ready to run in for the scene, and a security car comes by, and somebody, I don't remember who it was, runs back, and they're like, "Go back to the stairwell, back to the stairwell! We're gonna get in trouble!" So I'll just like bolt back. That was the funniest thing.
I did enjoy it, especially the memorable garage scene. That was that was quite a feat of ours.
The first night for the Glory, I enjoyed doing that when we set up the underground dungeon room and shooting there, and then going to the park and trying to catch just shots of him walking around. That was a lot of fun.
I was pretty nervous because like me and Dominic make movies, but nothing like this at all. So I didn't realize like you guys were like this serious, but I was like, oh, just a movie. We just do this sort of thing all the time. And then they guys had like all these things and schedules, and I was freaked out, and so I was nervous, like, oh god, I don't want to look bad, but I ended up just having fun with it.
You can say a lot of stuff with a shot that you can't do on stage, that you can't do. Movies, certain movies, like you look at some of the great movies, like I'm going to use The Matrix as an example. You can't turn The Matrix into a stage production. I mean, you could have thought about it, and it would be really cool. There'd be like, all the fighting would be dance, and it would just be incredible. But it wouldn't be the same thing. It would be different.
I really liked how we did the mood setting kind of thing, where we went from a light to a dark, and then we got a dark, and then back up.
It's kind of that whole ellipsis feel where stuff doesn't make sense when you're depressed. Everything has this very surreal, very drawn out, and you just don't care about anything.
I inspire myself. I'm just that awesome. KJ and Sissy are like my personal fan club. They're really funny. Difference between acting and being behind the camera. I don't know. It's a lot subtler, the job writing, and I mean, you actually have a lot more power over it, but in the end it's the actors that decide what happens.
Probably the sex scene. It's not exactly a sex scene, but just the whole thing of it when we're sitting by the jungle gym or the swings, and Steven's character Chris or Peter has to he leaves, so Dustin and I just are there, and it's really awkward, and we're just like should we go have sex under the jungle gym? That whole I do contemplate it. I'm like thinking about it. I take a look over there, and then I'm like, not today, but it was good.
Well, then started talking with Cameron and Kayla one time at the park, which again was very surreal, and when you're depressed, this surreal feeling really is with you, especially in the summer. Summer at night is surreal in itself, because during the summer as a teenager, you can do anything. We're sitting on top of this big lion. It's like a lion mouth, just the head of a lion, and we're sitting on the top of it, looking out, and we said, okay, let's do that. Let's take this feel, kids hanging out in the park, 2 guys, a girl, and these really simple conversations. And we tried to have conversations like we did in Ellipsis, and some of them ultimately come through in the end, but really most of them are conversations taken between me and Dustin.
He's pretty relaxed about the whole thing. He's not the uptight kind of person, and it helps when he tries his German accents.
You don't know Steven? His last name doesn't even have one.
That crazy.
We found him as a baby on the Hollywood side.
Then I did a German thing, which was, I'm getting talking. I'm trying to work. There's no silence when I work.
The jackass who kicked us out of upstream should learn a little bit about the local arts and learn to support them.
Been to 2 movies this summer.
Really?
Hey, camera.
I went to Batman.
I didn't want to go to a movie in
I
Spain.
saw Batman like 4 times.
I can't see what it's doing.
It's actually not that fun. Batman, it's
4 times.
Batman's boring after the first time, really.
No, I saw it.
It was good, but
I
wanted to sleep. And it's really hard because that's a loud ass movie. It's like, Batman, and then
Batman.
No, it's
It has to be higher pitched.
there you go.
Batman.
And then Heath Ledger just.
And Batman.
Don't waste that
I
tape.
liked how Batman talked.
Don't what?
There was that girl, Tina, who asked me for my number and I never called. Oh, I hope I never see her again.
You'll see her at the premiere.
Oh, that's right. I'll see you at the premiere. Well, hi Tina. I'm probably sitting in the same room as you right now. I was planning on calling you. So I'll talk to you when this is over.
Actors, ho!
Say it. Say it. That is a motherfucking rap.
Aye, aye, aye. Yeah!
Let's go home.
Okay.